Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to look at two equations of motion when we have a constant acceleration. This is v equals u plus at, where v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a the acceleration, and t is time. And then we'll look at proving the displacement formulae, where s is displacement. So suppose we have a velocity time graph with a constant acceleration. And if we take 2 points on this graph, we'll take the initial point. This will have an initial velocity of u, and then we'll take another point, which we'll call our final velocity v, and this happens after we've travelled for t seconds. Because we know acceleration is the gradient of this line, with change in velocity over time, then the gradient, or the acceleration, will be the change in velocity, so v minus u, over the change in time, which is from 0 to t, so just t. We can rearrange this to make v the subject, so we'll have the acceleration multiplied by time will be v minus u. We'll add u to both sides, so the final velocity will be u plus at. And that's our first equation. For part B, using the area under the line, prove that this is the displacement. We know the area under a velocity time graph is the displacement. So all we have here is a simple trapezium. The parallel sides have a length of u and v, and the perpendicular distance between them has a length of t. So using the standard equation for the area of a trapezium, the displacement, the area, will be 1/2 the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the perpendicular distance between them. And this will give you the displacement s. And these are two really important equations that help us model motion. As we progress through the video, we'll be using these two equations. So if we look at example 2, we're told that a cyclist is approaching a junction, and the cyclist is travelling at a speed of 12 meters per second. The brakes are applied, and the cyclist comes to rest, with constant deceleration in 6 seconds. We need to find the deceleration. So with questions like this, we need to organise our CVAT values. So we have our displacement, the initial velocity, the final velocity, acceleration, and time. Then we take each of these values from the context of a question. We're travelling with a speed of 12 meters per second. This will be our initial. And then we come to rest. So our final will be 0. And this is with constant deceleration over 6 seconds. So we want to work out A, and we're given that time equals 6. So we're going to use a formula that V equals U plus AT. We'll substitute in our values. We know that V is 0, U is 12, T is 6, and we want to work out the acceleration. So we'll make A the subject. Negative 6A will equal 12. So therefore, A must equal negative 2 meters per second squared. The negative tells us that it is a deceleration. For question 3, a motorbike accelerates uniformly. So we have constant acceleration along a straight track, and it passes 2 checkpoints that are 320 meters apart. The motorbike takes 16 seconds to travel from the first checkpoint to the second. When passing the second checkpoint, its velocity is 24 meters per second. So do you want to identify what our CVAT values are? You can pause the video and come back when you've finished. Okay, so our displacement, S, will be 320. The initial velocity is what we need to find. The final velocity is the velocity at the second checkpoint. This is 24. And the acceleration, we don't know, and the time is given as 16 seconds. So because we have displacement, we're going to use S will equal U plus V over 2 multiplied by the time. We'll substitute in our values. 320 will equal u plus v over 2 multiplied by the 16. We can simplify the right hand side. We'll have the 16 divided by 2 is 8, and then we can divide the 320 by 8. So we'll get 40 will equal u plus 24. So u will equal 16 meters per second. Let's try questions 4 and 5. So do you want to give question 4 a read yourself and then try the question? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you're ready to go. We're told that a cyclist is riding in a straight line uphill and experiences a constant deceleration. At the bottom of the hill, the cyclist has a velocity of 18 meters per second, and after pedaling uphill for 6 seconds, it comes to rest. So our CVAT values, the displacement we don't know, the initial velocity we're told is 18 meters per second, and then they come to a rest. We don't know the acceleration, but we know the time is 6 seconds. We need to work out the acceleration. So we'll use the formula v will equal u plus at. So 0 will equal 18 plus the acceleration multiplied by the time of 6. So negative 6a will equal 18. A will equal negative 3 meters per second squared. For part B, we need to find the distance from the bottom of a hill to the point where the cyclist comes to rest. So we need to find S. So S will equal u plus v over 2 multiplied by t. We know u is 18, v is 0, divided by 2 multiplied by the t, which is 6. And 9 times 6 will give us 54 meters. Okay, how did you get on with that? Let's try question 5. So do you want to read through question 5 and then try and work out parts A and B? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you're ready to go. So we'll break this down into 2 stages. We'll have the acceleration stage and we'll have the deceleration stage. And we'll use CVAT for both. So in the acceleration stage, we're told that we're moving from rest to 6 meters per second. So u will equal 0, v will equal 6. And it takes a time of 12 seconds. And our acceleration is x. We need to find x. So v will equal u plus at. So 6 will equal 0 plus 12x. So x must equal 1/2. And that'll be meters per second squared. To work out the displacement, we'll have u plus v divided by 2 multiplied by the time. So we'll get 36 meters. And then for the next part, when we're decelerating, we'll use CVAT again. We don't know the displacement. In the second part of the journey, she decelerates from 6 to 0. So u is now 6 and v is 0. The acceleration will be 1/3 of the half. So this will be 1/6. And we can work out the time, because if it takes 12 seconds initially, and the deceleration decreases by a factor of 3, we can multiply this time by 3. So the time will be 36 seconds. So we can work out the displacement as u plus v over 2 times t. So 6 plus 0 over 2 multiplied by 36. And this will give us 108 meters. So the total distance will be the 36 meters plus the 108. which gives us 144 meters. Okay? Well, thank you for watching. If you want more practice on this topic, you can download the worksheet and view the online lesson from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.